welcome to my amazing life today. So in today's episode, we are going to discuss this topic. What is the sales closing process for your business or your services that you're providing, right? So recently I chatted with a few of my friends, including my students as well. They are both in different niche. Some of them, they are building funnels. So some of them, they are actually in affiliates, and some of them, they are in coaching business. So they actually reach out to me because they realize that they haven't been able to close sales for a little while, right? So after I drill down and everything, like we have a little chat, then I realized there is one common trait they have, right? It's in the combination. So one of this is about the sales closing process. Okay, what do I mean by sales closing process? So one conversation that I asked my friends that, hey, can I know for this week, right? For this month, what is the sales goal? What is the goal of your income goal? What is your income goal? He actually never thought about that. I said, hey, you know what? That's the reason. Because when you are doing sales closing, right, one of the very key factor is that you need to set a monthly target, right? We always begin with the end. You set a monthly target, and then for the monthly target, you kind of drill down to like a weekly target. For the weekly target, you can actually drill down to the daily target. So basically, you should actually come up with a calendar every month that says, hey, you know what is the goal? And then after you know the monthly goal, you know the weekly goal. So this is not enough. The next thing that you need to do is that you need to know where your revenue comes from. In startup world, we call it revenue model or business model. So each person of us, maybe you have few different business model, like revenue model. For example, maybe you invest in shares, right? Or maybe you actually do coaching, or maybe you actually have you affiliates in some of the businesses that you have, like affiliate marketing, or any other business you're in, right? So you always need to pick a major in all those different revenue models. Pick a main one, and then the main one, even like a main business model, let's say you're affiliate marketers, right? You can actually affiliate different kind of products. You should actually pick a core that you want to work on at the moment, right? So once you noted your revenue model, and then once you noted your weekly target, so let's say your weekly target is $1,000. Alright, so the next question is that based on the revenue model you have right now, how to reach this $1,000? Okay, you can actually have affiliates. If let's say you're in a high ticket affiliate, you can just affiliate one product and then boom, you just reach your goal. But if let's say you're not that level yet, you are like low ticket affiliates where you're running like a $100 kind of product, it means that you need to have 10 people, right? 10 potential clients that you need to close. So after you figure all these numbers, so now is the key thing. How many conversations that you're planning on to kickstart for this entire week in order to reach your goal? Let me repeat it. How many conversations you are taking on in order to make sure you close the deal in order to reach your goal? So I'm surprised. My friend told me none. I was like, hey, you know what? If let's say you're not going to carry out a conversation in attraction marketing, in organic Facebook marketing, it's very important that you take on conversation, because that's how you build the relationship. Where relationship is built, that's where people actually trust you more, right? So of course, if let's say you're talking about you're not using the organic traffic, we are using like Facebook paid ad strategy, of course you do not have to take on any conversation, but most likely your conversation is actually taking people to your many chat sequence or email sequences. All these are actually automated conversation they are taking on. So you're just depending on whether you do it automatically or you do it manually. So if let's say you're doing like the attraction marketing, Facebook organic strategies, of course you need to take on the conversation manually, right? So that's right. It actually struck me because he told me that he has carried on non-conversation, that's number one, and he never really done a sales closing call as well. So I was like, hey, you know what? You actually need to, you want people to buy from you. If let's say you're just beginning, right? You need to actually start getting on the phone, like try to talk to people over the phone, because phone closing is much easier for me personally, because I get to know the person better. Because whenever we want to do a sales closing, it's very, very important, but we need to know the other person's goal. Without knowing their goal, how are we supposed to actually close the sales, right? Because sales closing is about helping people to achieving their goals, realizing what's their goal, what they are lacking of, and then helping them to reach the goal. All right, so then I told him, hey, you know what? This is your to-do list in order to make a sale happening. This week, please get on the phone call with 5 people. Next week, get on a phone call with 5 people as well. If let's say for the entire month you have been talking about with 30 people, it is impossible that you can't really close a single sale. Does it make sense? So of course, this is only sales closing is one of it. If let's say you have been dreaded to really talk on the phone. Here is a quick tip for you. So when I first started, I was like a bit nervous as well. But then in the end, I realized that when I get on a phone call, I do not have to turn on my video. I just actually talk to people in the audio format, and then it makes me more comfortable. It's because it's more like, it's easier for you to actually be yourself. You're more comfortable when you are doing the phone closing. That's why if let's say you're a first timer, you do not have to turn on the video, and a lot of them they don't mind as well. So this is the first quick tip. Okay, second quick tip. Every week, right, you must have 3 types of listing. So what listing is that in order to do sales closing? The first listing is a listing of people that you want to close, that you know that you can close them because they are at the end of the funnel. Like we have awareness, like we have like considerations, and then at the end we have like close. Right? So if let's say they are near to the close, you must have someone in the close listing. If let's say you don't even know who you want to be close, that's the reason that you can't close anyone, because you can't even know who. It's just like, if let's say I'm a single, I'm just going to the market. Hey, I do not know which guy I want to go out with, so how can I find a boyfriend, right? So that's the same concept. Okay, the second listing that you must have is follow-up list. Follow-up list, I always have level 1 and level 2. Okay, level 1 follow-up is that I know that they are very near to the closing stage. So that's why I call them follow-up 1. So follow-up 2 is that these are the people that I want to keep in touch with. These are the person that I want to keep in touch with, but I know that I can't close them like in this week or like this month. It can be like a future close where I know that I just want to keep a momentum, keep a relationship with them, help them as much as I can. I know that they are not ready to buy now. I know it. But then I still want to keep the relationship and conversation going on. It's called follow-up to close. So what I'm going to do every single week is that I'm going to pick one day as my follow-up day. Means that I'm going to follow up 1 per people that it's very easy to close, and follow up 2 people where I want to keep the relationship going on. Alright, so we have people you want to close, we have your follow-up list, and the third list you need to have a new prospect list. Okay, if let's say you don't even have a new prospect list, like you don't even carry out conversation with new people, right? How are you expecting them will be go down to follow-up? So this is the funnel. New prospect list, follow-up 1, and follow-up 2, and then close list. So every single week you need to review this. In fact, I actually have a trailer board. I kind of know this person, I can close them for what kind of product. I know everything, and that's a very important thing you need to keep track. So I hope that this actually give you guys an idea. If let's say you have been having problem in closing, you have been having problem in lead generation, feel free to reach out. I actually have a free training down below. It's actually a storytelling strategy to close deals faster. So if let's say you want to dive into my free 25 minutes of video, feel free to click the link down below. This is number 1. And secondly, please subscribe my YouTube. I'm on like 39 subscribers. So I told you guys I need to make it 100 by the end of the month. I seriously do not know whether I can do it or not. But with you guys help, I know I can do it. Okay. And the third thing is about my client magnet machine blueprint. And of course, if let's say you want to get like free 30 minutes free consultation with me, all you need to go is actually dive into the client magnet machine blueprint, the link down below, and then you are able to walk away with a free 30 minutes consultation if let's say you get the upgrade as well. Alright, so that's the end of my video today. I hope that you guys find more values and able to close more deal faster. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye bye.